Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I welcome you to another enlightening episode of this program, Islam is Beautiful. Islam is indeed beautiful. My name is Salma Aditulawal. Thank you for joining us.
Fortunate is he. Fortunate.
This program is sponsored in memory of Ajia Fauziya Kende Lola Hali. May Allah grant her Al-Jannah Firdaus. Ameen.
His thoughts of Allah and Judgment Day.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Today on the program, we shall be elaborating the hadith that says that you are not a Muslim until you want for your brother what you want for yourself. Social responsibility of Muslims is the topic of the day. And to do this chit-chatting with me, I have Sister Sakina.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister Shifa.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And Sister Mistura.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As Muslims, we have responsibilities to our fellow Muslims, to the generality of humans, and to ourselves, and then to our God, the Creator, Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Today we are going to be discussing the social responsibility of a Muslim. Sister Mistura, what do we mean when we say the social responsibility of a Muslim?
Social responsibility can be described as working together, not just Muslims, everybody in the society working together to make sure that the needs of the society are met, and also to protect the society from harm. Every member of our society has an obligation and a right. The obligations are to keep the society, maintain the society. Social responsibility cuts across all individuals in the society.
Almighty Allah says in Quran chapter 2 verse 31, وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. That is where Almighty Allah says that He wants to create vicegerents on the surface of earth. So we should know that we are vicegerents of Almighty Allah, and as much as possible we should exhibit the qualities of Almighty Allah. Allah is kind to all. Muslim, be you Muslim or not, you should be kind to everybody. So you should exhibit goodness to everybody, and that is why Almighty Allah also says in the verse we recite every Friday, the khutbah before Jummah, Inna Allaha ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i dhil qurba. Allah has enjoined you to do justice and to be good to your kindred.
In this present society that we find ourselves, how easy is this for a Muslim to carry out?
MashaAllah, if we actually practice our deen the way we should, we with our zakah and our sadaqah, it caters for everyone. Now, of course, we know that we have the zakat al-fitr, which we do during the Eid al-Fitr, but outside that we have other zakah for those who have savings that are gotten to nisab. Then you should give zakah on that. If we actually do equitable sharing of this, it means that to a large extent lots of people will be covered. Then also our sadaqah, you just give it as it comes. And to be sincere, we know that oftentimes we always have leftovers, we have things we throw in the bin, and before Allah, this is wrong. If you have to, for instance, eat or feed your family, and you have cooked and you have so much that you have excess, it means that you should look around you and think of somebody who will need it and send it to that person. If we do this amongst ourselves, of course we will be fulfilling that social responsibility. It is just for us to look inwards and be sure that we do not have wastages.
I think being able to go 40 houses left, right, back and forth will be easier when we look at ourselves as a unit. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah says, Kana ummatan nasa wahidatan, as in the people were a community, even before Allah sent the prophets, before we now divided across religious lines. So if we see ourselves as a community, as in like one, irrespective of religious beliefs, irrespective of your way of life, you will agree with that. If you want to deal with people based on your religious life, then we might not be able to fulfill our social responsibility fully. Or if you want to say, no, I'm going to go deal with only Muslims, then you will not be taking care of your neighbor. And mind you, your neighbor might have 40 to your left, 40 to your right that are not Muslims. So would you say you won't carry out your social responsibility? So social responsibility will be easier for us, especially as Muslims, when we open our eyes to everybody around us and we take care of them irrespective of what they believe in.
In carrying out the social responsibility, there are sometimes you want to just do, but the other person is refusing to accept, maybe because of his belief system, or maybe because he just feels that you're not capable enough. You know, some people you want to help them, you're seeing that they need help, but they are refusing it because of one reason or the other. Now, because I have to fulfill my social responsibility as a Muslim, how do I make the other person that I know has a need understand that I am just performing my social responsibility and make him accept it?
The Holy Prophet Muhammad was reported to have said, "Kullukum ra'in wa kullukum mas'ulun an ra'ayati," that we are all shepherds and we're going to give account to Almighty Allah about all those we shepherd upon. So we should always know that whether be Christian, Muslim, everybody you're going to give account. So as much as possible, if the person is trying to decline your offers, you should go an extra mile. Try to find out why the person is trying to decline your offers. Probably the person might be feeling maybe you won't announce to everybody. That is why the Holy Quran recommends that whatever form of charity or whatever form of assistance you want to render, it is the ones that will give you a greater reward are the ones that are done secretly. Allah appreciates charity that are done secretly. So a lot of times in this society where particularly a lot of people fear their privacy will be exposed, that okay, I'm meeting sister for help, she might announce to somebody. So a lot of times if we exhibit the characters of good Muslims, you offer a helping hand to somebody without letting any other person know, so that the Holy Prophet even says when you give with your right hand, your left hand should not even know. So you should always try to make sure you respect the person's privacy. If you meet the person, you see this person has a problem, you sit close to the person. I am your sister. How do we solve this problem together? I want you to confide in me. Tell me all the problems, and by the grace of God, we are going to solve it. The person is likely, if the person is able to earn your trust and has confidence in you, the person will pour out everything, and by that you'll be able to help. And a lot of times when we try to seek for helps for people, we shouldn't expose the person's total identity, because Islam doesn't even appreciate. We try to conceal it a little to give the person some honor as a human being and respect. Mashallah.
Whatever it is, of course, the person has got his or her own rights. It's not, you cannot force anything down on someone, okay? Because even the Quran says that to everyone belongs to your faith. But somewhere you cannot force me to do what I do not want to do. I cannot force you to do what you do not want to do. So you cannot force the person to take. I think at that point there are lots of people who need help. Already you have your intention. As my sister said here, you have your intention, you want help, the person is refusing it. Mashallah, you could take it somewhere else. There are lots of people who need help. And of course, we know we're discussing what's it called, social responsibility here. And in social responsibility, we have a lot of things to do. And of course, there's communal work. So it's not just about you and I, or just somebody around you. There are other things, other people who need help that you could extend that help to. So if the person is refusing it, mashallah, you channel it to other avenues where it can be used.
Okay. And I think also that one thing Muslims should know is that integrity is important. The person could be refusing it maybe because the person is not sure of the source of your wealth, you know, and then the goodwill you have been able to buy for yourself over time matters a lot. I have a friend who's a non-Muslim who told me once that I said something to her that made her take a decision, and I didn't remember what she said. She said she was fasting on that day and she was so tired, she wanted to break the fast, and she was going to put something in her mouth, maybe like I just said it, that you shouldn't do that, but do you know God does not want you to do it? And I didn't know she was fasting, and but like I didn't even know I said that. So I believe that because she knows my kind of person, she believes that if she's the one saying it, then I should listen. It was later she told me, and that day something good happened to her, something she had been looking forward to. So sometimes I think it also boils down to the integrity we have been able to build for ourselves. I know non-Muslims who do things, Muslims will crowd the place. And I know Muslims who do things to that non-Muslims will come. Our social responsibility surpasses just giving. It's the intention. Now it's also the fact that I want to do this thing because it is convenient for me to do. Now that brings me to ask the question, when is the right time to do our social responsibility? Is it physical? It has to be physical every time.
Mashallah, it's not compulsory to be physical all the time. It could be spiritual, and it could be trying to give the person a good word, taking care of the person's emotions. And that is why, as Muslims, a lot of times it beats my imagination. Where we Muslims of nowadays, a lot of times you observe Jumat service, where the very, very rich people, the people in the very, very high class in the society are. And in that same Jumat service, we would find some people that have not had the capability of taking just one meal for a single day. So this is where, as Muslims, we should try as much as possible. If we know we want our prayers to really get answered, we should always look down at those people that don't have and try to make sure we give to them. And as you said, it's not only physical. Sometimes you could see, okay, this sister smiles all the time. Today I see her, she's moody. You could give her a word. Every kind word is an act of charity, as the Holy Prophet says. So you should always make sure that every act you do, you're responsible. You should know you're responsible to everybody beside you, anybody around you, your colleagues at work, your neighbors, your friends, everybody. You would give account to Almighty Allah about how you catered for them.
In carrying out our social responsibilities, we must remember that we should act as one, a unit. We're looking at our society and our community. So whatever it is we do, we should do it jointly to benefit ourselves and all of us in the society. It's just to make lives better for us. That's the aim of the social responsibility. So it could be spiritual. Of course, we know that the hadith of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says that when there's trouble in the land, we should come together and say the prayer that we should say when there's problems. So things like that could go a long way in helping. So as much as possible, we must remember it should be a joint effort, not necessarily for those who are well off, but everybody should play their role to ensure that we have what we need to make our community and our society a better place for us all to live.
MashaAllah. So the social responsibility of every Muslim is to every human. The hadith of the Prophet says that no Muslim should let a harm come from him, his mouth or his hand, to any human. May Allah make it easy for us. We will take this book for a review to let us understand this topic of discourse better. Bismillah.
What does it mean to be a Muslim? On our Read a Book segment today, we shall be recommending this 224-page book titled What Does It Mean to Be a Muslim? Written by Fatih Yakan. It is a book that consists of two parts, with the first part presenting to the reader what the characteristics of every Muslim should be and the duties of a true Muslim, while the second part demonstrates the obligation of working for Islam and the requirements of belonging to the Islamic movement. The book says many people are Muslims mainly because this is simply what is written on their identity cards, or because they were born of Muslim parents, and as a result, such people do not realize what their belonging to Islam means or what their responsibilities are. Take this book today, read and internalize what it really means to be a Muslim. Remember, readers are leaders.
अल्लाह ही अल्लाह किया करो, दुख न किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है खामोशी का लिया करो। अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह किया करो, दुख न किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है खामोशी का लिया करो। अल्लाह ही अल्लाह। Allahi Allah. Just like a sunrise can't be denied, no. Just like the river will find the sea. Oh Allah, you're here, you're always here, and I know without a doubt that you always hear my prayer. सच की राहों पे चला करो, ना किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है खामोशी का लिया करो. अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह किया करो, दुख ना किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है खामोशी का लिया करो. अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह. So many bright stars like diamonds in the sky. Oh, it makes me wonder anyone can be blind to all the signs so clear. Just open your eyes and I know without a doubt you will surely see the light. तेरी ही दुनिया तेरी ज़मीन ये कहकर शाहे तू है करीम मेरे मौला. सुन ले दुआ हम बेबस है तेरे बिना रोशन कर जहां. ऐसा जुल्म न किया करो, दुख न किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है खामोशी का लिया करो. अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह किया करो, दुख न किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है खामोशी का लिया करो. अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This is our quote for the week. Mashallah, we'll take this question, ask a question for the week. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. My sisters, now we have discussed the social responsibility of the Muslim to every human. Now can we point out some of the things that people don't know can be their responsibility but are? For instance, you have a sister around you that's a widow, a young Muslim sister. Is it part of social responsibility to ensure that if my husband can take care of them, can I make my husband marry her? Is it part of social responsibility? If I know that there's a non-Muslim who is a widower and I can afford to pay her children's school fees, can I do that? Is it part of social responsibility? And then how far can one go when we talk of social responsibility? Because what social responsibility may mean to a poor Muslim may seem different to the well-to-do one. A well-to-do Muslim can see the social responsibility to just build a house for somebody who has just had a set of quadruplets. That's my social responsibility. I want to make life easier for you, because the hadith of the Prophet says that one of the things that can make one happy is a spacious home. So let me just do this. Now, does it hold water that because that person is building a house and that person that just gives a smile, what are the levels of reward? Do you think it will be different?
Yes, mashallah. Whatever we do for Almighty Allah, we should always know that it doesn't have a limit. As long as you do it for the sake of Almighty Allah, firstly, you should never regret that you have done it, and secondly, you should always know that it doesn't have a limit as long as it earns you reward. Now, on the receiving party, as long as the person accepts it, fine, you continue to do it by the grace of God, and Allah will continue to reward you. So do not think it has a limit, or probably people will say I'm overdoing. Every act of goodness should not be seen as overdoing. As long as you do it with the clear intention of Lillahi wa Rasuli, for the sake of Allah and His Prophet, fine, go on and continue to do it.
May Allah make it easy for us. Sarah, what do you say about some of the examples I gave? The level of reward will be different if I'm doing something so big, physical, and something that is spiritual and very little.
We can't judge for Allah. Allah doesn't think like us.
Okay.
So the way Allah would judge anybody that does whatever we do is different from the way we think. And besides, acceptability is not our own function. We can only do it and pray that Allah will accept whatever acts we've done. So you might be doing something and everybody's seeing it. In your heart, maybe you're doing it for show off. You have no rewards, but nobody will see it. You will know you're doing it for sure. Okay. But Allah too will know. So the extent of reward cannot be judged or determined by us. You might be doing something very small as picking something from the road, but Allah knows that that is only what you can do. That is the only capacity you have. So Allah will reward you.
Now, in one word, let us just tell the Muslims out there what's one social responsibility that's important for us in the present world that we find ourselves today. That one social responsibility that we want them to do, that's important.
I will say keeping ourselves safe from harm. And when I talk about harm, I'm not just talking about drinking, smoking. I'm talking about pornography, the kind of people you move with, extremism in worshiping, in proposed extremism in worshiping Allah. We should keep it is our social responsibilities towards ourselves to be sincere in our worship. And when we say we're worshiping God, we should not use that worship to harm others or to give the deen a negative name, as so many people are doing now. And then we also have a lot of social vices in the world today: pornography, drinking, smoking, illegal sexual intercourse. It is also our social responsibilities to keep ourselves safe from those.
Inshallah, we should ensure we get involved in communal efforts. We should get involved in communal efforts. Help people when there's a problem in the community. We should come out and ensure that we take part and get such problems solved. We shouldn't just fold our arms and feel like I was not called. You do not have to be called. As long as you're a member of that community, you do not have to be called upon before you get involved and help.
Yes, mashallah. Almighty Allah says in Quran chapter 16, verse 20, wa itahiz al-qurba, that you should be good to everybody, and you should also yourselves as a single family, because we are all one. We're all from Adam. So when at the time we now see everybody as a relative, you see everybody as a sister, your brother. By that, you would try to make sure you do good to them, and also remember, whatever hands you want to extend to another person, you put yourself in the shoes of that person. That would I appreciate it if it is being extended to me. So most importantly, do good.
Mashallah. May Allah make it easy for us. I believe that we have been able to enlighten you from what we have just said, that social responsibility to yourself, to fellow humans, and to Allah. Allah does not need anything from us except what we are created for, and that is to worship Him. So make sure that all that we have said here today is something you imbibe and internalize and instill, so that it becomes part of you. It becomes a culture, and then you become a true vicegerent of Allah on earth. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. I say thank you, my sisters, for this beautiful and erudite discussion. May Allah reward you abundantly. And I say thank you for watching. Do join us again for another enlightening episode of this program, Islam is Beautiful. Do not forget our slogan on this program. Don't tell people that you are a Muslim. Let them see. Show them that you are a Muslim. From my sisters and I, we say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Fortunate is he. Fortunate.
This program is sponsored in memory of Ajiya Fauziya Kende Lola Hali. May Allah grant her Al-Jannah Firdaus. Ameen.
His thoughts of Allah and Judgment Day. The air is clean, the land is green. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Allah. The path we walk, the lines we talk, the things